Hey guys, Mac here. We're playing Forza Motorsport 5 on the Xbox One, and as you might have seen on the dashboard there, I actually was able to start the game before completely installing it, which is pretty cool. Only had to wait about 5 minutes, even though the install took much longer. Now, as soon as you load up the game, you're going to get the small intro as you see here. Now, this video is going to be the first about 20 minutes of the game. I think it's going to have 2 or 3 races, as well as a few of the menu stuff. And an introduction video, and I'll talk a little bit about all the mechanics and stuff. This isn't a review by any means. I'm just kind of guiding you through the first 20 minutes or so. So once the loading screen kind of happens, there is an introduction video which I'll let you guys watch right now.
Cars. To some, they're just transport. A convenient alternative to highly flammable dirigibles or walking. But you understand, cars are far more than this. They are our history. They mark the moments by which we define decades. Cars are some of the most intoxicating, most beautiful things ever forged by mankind. They represent the glory of technology, the essence of freedom, and have been the weapons in some of our most gripping sporting battles. They grip us, they cheer us on, they hold us up as heroes. So this is about the love of all things four-wheeled and fast. This is a shrine to power, to speed, to metal made beautiful. This is where dreams are driven. Welcome to Forza.
Now, from there, we're basically thrown into a one-lap race using the McLaren P1, which I was very, very excited to use. After this short but sweet menu, we'll kind of be introduced to a slow-mo of the car, and then we'll use the Auto Vista. I believe they might have renamed it for this game and called it the Forza Vista. But either way, it's where we can interact with the car, go up to it, open the door, get inside, look around, and start it. So the loading still takes a while comparative to the Xbox 360. It's not like it's been vastly improved. It is still there, and they've been kept there in real time. I have not sped up or changed the video very much. Now we're introduced to the car, and there's a female voiceover, and after this beautiful little thing happens, we're gonna be able to walk over the door, press A to open the door, and then press A to get inside, and then we can look at the ignition and start the car to start the race. Now, this race was extremely disappointing to me, and there are a few reasons for that. Well, first of all, the race is only one lap, which is not a huge deal. If they're just trying to tease you, that's fine. But there are absolutely no options for you to change anything at all in this race, and that includes the automatic braking. You cannot get through this race and race it normally. The game will brake automatically for you during turns, which I thought was just the stupidest thing ever. Now, this is not the first Forza game to introduce the first race where you have to use this driving assist. You'll see me in the middle of the race kind of turn it off and try to turn it back on, whatever. You can't turn off the driving assist, and by driving assist I mean it literally brakes for you. You can literally just hold down the accelerator throughout the whole race. I'm going to try to mix up the in-car views between out-car, in-car, the bumper view. I'm trying to show you guys a little bit of everything. I do use like rewind and stuff. I'll let you guys just kind of experience the game alongside here with me, and I'll let you listen to the audio for a bit. You'll see me try to fiddle around with some options, and I'll join you back up at the end of the race. So after the first race, you'll unlock an achievement as you see me do here. If you hold down the guide button, you'll be brought to your achievements. I accidentally pressed the guide button and kind of screwed that one up. But you're actually brought out of the game, and your game snaps into the dashboard, and you open up a new window for achievements. And you get this kind of window. Each achievement has like this huge icon as well as a screenshot to accompany it. So that's the screenshot for finishing your first race. And then you can snap back into Forza and you'll be brought off where you left off. After the race, she'll kind of congratulate you and tell you that you're on your way to becoming a great racer. Now, from then on, I believe we get a loading screen, as you see right here, and we actually get to pick our first car. But before we pick our first car, there is another short kind of introduction video by the Top Gear people, which I will let you enjoy right here.
Vintage to sport to grand touring. Your career starts with the Modern Sport Compact Championship Series. But before you choose your car, let's learn more about the group from BBC's Top Gear.
When, in 2012, Mr. Toyota and Mrs. Subaru announced the arrival of their twins, GT86 and BRZ, the world rejoiced. Here were two cars designed not to save the planet, nor to take your entire extended family to the seaside in a modular lounge environment. No, they were designed to make you smile. They were small, lightweight, skinny-tired, rear-drive and affordable. This was the beginning of a new age for sporty motoring. Only it wasn't. If you looked hard enough, there've always been affordable cars designed to brighten up your day. Mazda especially has always provided for the enthusiastic driver. That's why it made the simple, wonderful MX-5 and the RX-8. The Honda S2000, meanwhile, is a complete screamer, and it's possible the same applies to the Hyundai Genesis. But I'm not sure, as it's only sold in Korea and the United States.
Now, at this point in the game, you get to choose between a variety of cars. There's a Honda, an Audi, a Mazda, even a BMW, Toyota, a Subaru, Hyundai, and there's even a Volkswagen Golf. Anyways, you get to choose between all these cars, and they all range in different classes. Now, unfortunately, I didn't know what I was buying this, or rather, taking this car to do. And this car is actually going to be used for a C500 or a C-class race. I chose the Subaru BRZ. I believe it's called a Scion FRS in Canada, or the Toyota GT86, whichever version you want to buy. And then as soon as I picked that car, it auto-upgraded, and then it recommended me some designs, which I actually thought was really, really cool. So I picked this design with an orange racing stripe. I thought it looked cool, and I said, hey, what the heck, might as well pick something that's not just the default paint. So I found that pretty awesome that they offered me some custom designs. And another thing about the designs is it learns kind of what you like. Remember certain authors that you, certain designers that you like, and will recommend them above other designers, which is cool. It kind of remembers what you like. Unfortunately, one thing I didn't know was that it would bump this car from whatever performance index it was up to the C500 class. And it did that as an auto upgrade, and it didn't allow me to choose my upgrades until about 5 or 6 races in. Now, unfortunately, I do not believe in the Forza Motorsport auto upgrade system. I think it's complete trash because it won't include things like a differential. It will cheap out on stuff like roll bars, and that kind of stuff to me is very important because I'm more of a handling kind of guy than a full straight line speed and no braking kind of guy. And it does a terrible job at auto upgrading in my opinion, which is why you'll see me kind of fail at the first few races here. It's loading up the Bernese Alps, which is your first race. It's not an overly complex track. But I'll kind of explain what's going on the screen as we go. You're introduced here briefly to the Drivatar. So what the Drivatar is, it is basically a system that learns how you drive and how others drive, and it pits you against kind of like a learning AI. So here you see the assist screen. These are all the assists. I typically don't like to go too hard on Forza games, so this is why I'm sticking to what I stick to. And the fact that it auto upgraded on me made it like 10 times worse for me because I prefer upgrading my car to handle well as opposed to having to turn down some of the things. Anyways, for Drivatar difficulty, I picked the plus 10% one, which is like above average, just because it was my first race. I didn't really know what I was getting into, and it proved to be pretty easy. I later on into the game bump it up again. But once this pre-race thing kind of starts and we start the race, you'll see you get this little thing. Now I want to show a few things that happen during the race. Now you'll notice a car to my immediate left right in front of me, and that car has a gamer tag right above it, and that gamer tag is WebX360A. Now Web is the admin of Xbox360achievements.org. He is on my friends list as well, so I'm not sure if it pulled him in just because he was on my friends list. I wasn't sure if it pulled him in maybe because he was in the Drivatar category that I selected, or if it just pulls random people off your friends list. He was the only person I recognized, which makes sense because he's been playing the Xbox One games for a bit now. So I thought it was cool that it does that. Now another thing that's happening is if you look in the top left corner, you'll see a medal icon. For right now it is bronze, and there's actually 3 tiers. So if I place from 1st to 3rd, I get the gold tier, and all the rewards for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place are the same. If I get 4th, 5th, or 6th, it's a silver tier, and then if I get 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th, I believe, it is the bronze tier, which I'm currently in, and rewinds make a return as always. Unfortunately, I had to use one right here, just based off the fact that I really didn't like how this car was handling on me until I was able to upgrade it myself. If you guys do want to see any type of specific gameplay, let me know in the comments of the YouTube video, and I'll try to post as much kind of stuff, a variety of stuff that's not really available out there for you guys to consume. And as you see here, I moved up into silver tier, and you can see the little silver badges next to the cars in front of me. Another thing that kind of returns but has changed is when you hit a wall really hard, which you'll see me kind of do on purpose later, instead of having that little car icon that shows you what's damaged in your car, it provides text feedback and will tell you like front left brake damaged, or you know, right suspension damaged. It'll say that kind of stuff instead of showing you that little car graphic. I don't know if you can change that. I didn't really fiddle around with too many of the settings just yet, but here's what I mean. Bam, it kind of updates you on the left, on the right hand side there, and then I rewind just to get out of it. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the race, and then I'll join you up at the very end of the video really quick just to kind of wrap it up. And yeah, we'll leave it off there.
Every time you race, you win credits and XP. Credits help you buy new cars and upgrades. Every time your driver level increases,
Now, once the race ends, you get a little bit of an update of what kind of credits you earned, how much XP you earned towards your driver level, as well as your affinity rank, or whatever you want to call it. And your drivatar information gets updated based on how you drove. Now, there's also leaderboards and stuff like that. You don't get that until about 5 or 6 races into the game. That kind of stuff unlocks for you. And then another interesting thing I saw was the ability to press the Y button in order to accelerate my progress. Now, what does that mean? That brings me to a screen where I'm allowed to pay real money from my wallet in order to get more XP in the game. That's right. Pretty freaking blatant if you ask me. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you want more Xbox One content and reviews on stuff like the console, the controller, and anything like that, make sure you stick around, subscribe to my channel, and check back frequently for extra content. Hopefully I'll see you in the next videos. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. As always, peace.